Hello, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful black people. I hope that all is well in your world. And this day has been a very, very successful day for you and all of your wonderful, wonderful black loved ones. My beautiful black brothers and sisters, know this. White folks care nothing about the lives of black folks. As black folks are angry, upset, protesting, demonstrating in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Los Angeles, California, Memphis, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia, etc., etc. White folks are taken to the streets to mourn, M-O-U-R-N, the death of a Target store in Minneapolis, Minnesota. White folks are mourning the senseless murder of a Minneapolis Target store. And they are excited, silent regarding the plain daylight, premeditated murder of a black man by an animalistic group of 4 racist white cops on the 25th of May. And as of today, no arrests have been made at all. White folks do not value our lives. White folks will say things like, I am in shock. I was just in that Target store yesterday while he battled back tears while standing in front of the Lake Street Target store remains after the store burned down. White folks are mourning the murder of a Target store and ignoring the murder of an unarmed, handcuffed black man by 4 racist white cops. White folks will say things like, I have so many memories of the home and patio section of the store. So many laughs, so many smiles, and now the store is gone forever. For that Lake Street Target store in Minneapolis, yesterday started just like most days. The store sat there on Lake Street as people walked past it, just as it had for the first 19 years of its life. So some of them entered into the shop. Others went there to work. It had no idea that within hours, its automatic doors would open for the last time. We're still gathering information at this moment, but according to the Minneapolis Police Department, the first ransacking begins at approximately 6:15 p.m. This continued for hours until it was left with nothing but a mangled chair from a Disney frozen kitty kitchen set. Let it go. Indeed. I fought hard. The store fought hard. The store fought hard, said Minneapolis Police Department Chief Susan Schumer during a press conference this morning. And we still not rest. We will not rest until we find the animals who did this. Paying no attention to the 4 white animals that murdered, publicly lynched George Floyd on the 25th of May. White folks nationwide took to the streets to protest this brutal act of terror, the burning of the Target store. To those sick, delusionist white folks was an act of terror. 4 racist white cops publicly lynching an unarmed, handcuffed black man is not an act of terror in the sick minds of these racist white folks. In Charlotte, North Carolina, police was called after a Target Live Matter demonstration turned violent. Hundreds of white folks gathered to perform what's known in white activist circles as a buy-in, B-U-Y-I-N, as a buy-in, where white folks will congregate at a Target store and then just buy things there. And then fights broke out in the ensuing chaos. And when the police arrived, several of the police officers, white police officers, joined the protest. They were KKK members, by the way. One of the white officers said, I needed some socks and some steak sauce, said the Charlotte, North Carolina police officer, white police officer. Where else can you get both at once? White folks are mourning the murder of a Target store. In Los Angeles, Chicago, Seattle, and Pittsburgh are among the cities where thousands of white folks showed up for candlelight vigils. White folks hugged and cried and laughed as they wore T-shirts with bull's eyes on them and shared their favorite Target store memories. In Boston, at a candlelight vigil that attracted 300,000 white folks, including each white member of the New England Patriots staff. A sign read, "You will always be the target in the center of our hearts." On Twitter, just this morning, President Trump, punk-ass white boy Trump, vowed to devote every national resource to find these monsters responsible for murdering the Target store in Minneapolis, Minnesota. An executive of the National Center for Target Stores warned that the act was a result of long-building tensions, and we might see more Target store murders real soon. It's supposed to be a hot summer, and each Target store has air conditioning. Our data shows that it is a volatile mixture. Still, we have confidence we can prevent more Target store death if we act now. We could get ahead of their plans. Back in Minneapolis, those words are of little comfort to the neighboring AutoZone store that was murdered also, which had grown close. The AutoZone store had grown close to the Target store. When pressed for comment, the AutoZone declined to speak on camera, most likely because it is not a human being and it cannot talk. White folks, sick, demented, delusionist white folks, are mourning the senseless murder of a Minneapolis Target store and ignoring the senseless murder of an unarmed, handcuffed black man by 4 white KKK believing racist cops. White folks are socially engineered from birth. They are filled with implicit biases, negative connotations, and belief about black folks. My black skin is a weapon. Their fear of my black skin has been weaponized for them, to give them an excess, E-X-I-S-T, of innocent when they weaponize that fear. Pull out a gun and kill a black man, a black woman, a black child, or place their knee